I'm remaking the Super Nintendo game PLOK. In this video I've added the next level called PLOK Town. This level has a lot of new features. Let's go through them. Amulet. We unlocked the amulet by defeating the Bobbin brothers in the past, but it wasn't implemented. This is the first level where we're going to be able to use this item. In the original game you spam 2 buttons to make PLOK angry. The more you spam them, the more shells you use, and the angrier PLOK gets. When PLOK is angry, his jumps turn into saw blades, helping you defeat enemies. Despite the look of PLOK's face, there's no clear way to tell how long the effect is going to last, or if you've hit an invisible limit where you're now wasting shells. I wanted to address this in my version. I finally settled on having the camera zoom in on PLOK as he gets angrier, and I display a radial menu to give you an idea of how much anger you filled up and how fast the anger is depleting. You also can't waste any shells as it stops you adding anger when you max out the menu. I also added screen shake when PLOK is moving around to show that he's become this unstoppable force. You can go back and you can use this ability in earlier levels once unlocked. You can activate the amulet by holding shift. Gershwin. These guys are defeated from 2 hits in quick succession. The first hit makes them look like they're being electrocuted. This injured state resets if they hit the ground or if a certain amount of time has passed. Gershwins won't actively target the player, they instead head in one direction until they get so far away from their spawn point, or they hit a wall. Later on we've got variants. One variant is a parachuting version that will gradually move back and forth and fire projectiles. If it's attacked while parachuting, it will quickly fall to the ground. Environment. Let's look at some new elements in the level. Outside of some new art, we've got our first occurrence of stairs. In the original, stairs behave strangely. You can stand on each individual step. However, when you're walking up them, you hug the side of the stairs. To simplify this behavior and make it look better, I made it so that PLOK is always central to the stairs. I achieved this by having a separate collision layer with no texture in the center. Another notable change are spawners. In this level, a few areas can gradually spawn more enemies. Gershwin can spawn out of 2 windows and they can spawn in the sky. I created a generic spawner that can spawn a certain number of things. You can optionally set this to only spawn enemies when enough of them have been defeated. We've also got these changing spike traps. On an interval, blocks will change between spike blocks and regular blocks that PLOK can stand on. This means you must time your jumps. An unfortunate consequence of this area are the narrow gaps. A flea spawns here and it did not behave well. It would often get stuck, meaning PLOK would have to take damage to defeat it. I resolved the narrowest gap by using invisible blocks to prevent the flea from falling down. With the larger gaps, I had to rework the flea AI completely. The fleas can now detect walls more consistently and have less friction on them. They are better at wall jumping and changing direction. To assist with debugging this, I added a red circle that indicates where they're aiming for when targeting the player. While sorting this, I also improved the collision detection for PLOK. PLOK gets stuck on walls less and the game feels a lot smoother. Secret area. This level has a secret area. Since it's entering an area and not warping you, I decided to have this level be contained within the same Unity scene, meaning all your progress on the current level is carried over in full. This area can be accessed to the top of this building by going through the door. In the original you had to jump off the staircase to get up here. In this version you wait longer on the moving platform and must time your jump as it shoots up. Once you enter this area you drop down to find a new enemy called Big Bud, who shoots Bud Light enemies at you. Because I'd already designed these non-alcoholic enemies to be similar size, I changed it to instead fire the smaller version. This helps distinguish between the projectile variant and the regular one. This enemy is most easily defeated by using Hornets. When defeated, it drops a new healing item that heals PLOK to full. This area has 4 cauldrons that drop silver shells. It's controlled by a Unity timeline and only triggers when you drop down to this specific section. If you die or you don't collect enough silver shells before a hidden timer runs out, you are taken outside of the secret area and fully healed. If you collect enough silver shells, invincibility gems are dropped alongside a new Powerup. This new Powerup is Rocket PLOK, who can fire rockets in 4 directions at once. It's not my best art. After a few seconds have passed, the bridge below you collapses. In the section below you will find a collectible SNES cartridge, there's a cauldron that shoots Gershwin into the air, and a moving platform that will take you outside of the secret area. Next time we'll look at it in the Penkino's boss fight. If you're interested in more of the smaller changes made, I'll leave them in the description. And finally, I'll leave you with some footage of the new level. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Wow.